Ever been choked out before? No? Well, let me show you what that feels like.
Fire Department Chronicles. Where are they now? A bunch of medical horror stories, basically. Let's get into it. If you're new here, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Have you ever broken a bone? I have. I broke my wrist falling out of a tree.
Does a taser probe to the skull give you superpowers? Is it real?
No. No, I think it gives you death. I think it probably gives you death and not superpowers.
Really that important to wait until your Johnson implant is fully healed before you get it on like Donkey Kong? And does
You probably should wait.
pouring urine in your eyes give you 20/20 vision?
Who does that? That's got to be a kink. That's got to be a kink. But I mean, I do have pretty bad vision, so maybe I should test it out.
All questions we're going to answer on our first double-digit installment of Where Are They Now?
Okay, so number 10.
Okay, I need you to pull this out of my head.
What is that? Ow.
Not good. Have you ever felt like you were peeing, crapping, seizing, and dying all at the same time?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. It sucked.
Well, I have. And it was the time that I was tased for charity. And I'm here to tell you it is the most horrendous thing I have ever experienced. So I can't even imagine what this guy felt when he caught an electrified dart to the back of his brain case. In the face! So one of my biggest concerns about where this taser probe landed was how close it was to the base of his skull. Oh, anatomy time! At the bottom of all of your gray matter noodle bowls is something called a brain stem, and inside of that brain stem is something called the medulla. And that, my friends, controls all of your breathing, blood pressure, heart rate, pretty much everything you unknowingly do to stop you from becoming 6-foot deep worm food. And I know what you're saying. If it's that bad, why don't you just pull it out?
So I look up and then 6 feet of rebar goes right through me.
Sometimes removing an object from somebody.
Yeah. If you ever get stabbed, don't pull it out, because then you just kind of make the hole worse. So, the more you know.
His meat suit can cause more damage than the original injury, especially if that object is stopping bleeding within the body, or, in this guy's case, changing his ability to ever breathe on his own again. The good news is, though, that probe was free and clear of anything life-threatening, and after a short transport to the hospital, the dome dart was removed, and he lived to dodge death another day.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, did you get an implant in my crotchal region to give me a couple-inch advantage? And then you try to get freaky with my girl before my stitches were fully healed and have my Johnson pop.
Ow. Ow. You gotta wait, man. You gotta wait.
Pop open like an over-microwaved hot dog? Look, I'm here to tell you I have never seen the feelings of fear, disbelief, and soul-wrenching regret painted across somebody's face as much as they were on that guy that day. And then every other guy's face as he described the moments leading up to when his free willy suddenly split and the knee buckling pain that came along with it. And listen, I've learned some pretty incredible things as a paramedic throughout my career. Like how people's IQ seems to drop by 50% whenever it rains. The human body can go through
I love the rain. It's so nice.
unbelievable stuff like being crushed by a car and still survive. And even though this guy turned out completely fine, at no point in time is a 2-inch member extension worth the trauma that guy went through. Yeah, I mean, I've had pink eye for the last week, but I've been treating it. Okay, with antibiotics, eye drops. My urine.
Huh? How do you...
I'm sorry, it sounded like you just said urine. Humans do really weird things, man, including, but definitely not limited to, pouring their and other people's urine inside of their eyes for an infection.
Why would you do that? That's literally our body expelling bad stuff.
What would possess anyone to do this? And yes, I fully support finding natural ways to treat minor medical problems.
I don't. I don't.
But dumping piddle juice inside of my eye sockets, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
And before any of you naturopaths jump in here, yes, 95% of your urine is water. But you know what the other 5% is? Traces of biopigment, bacteria, glucose, red and white blood cells. And that, my friends, is 100% more of those things than I want drizzling inside of the things I use to perceive the world around me. And yes, after an incredible amount of antibiotics and eye drops, they were totally fine. And I'd love to end this story saying that that was the last time we ever ended up in the house straight out of Stranger Things. But not only would we be back there again, but it would make splashing pee-pee in the eyes look like a walk in the park.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
He ripped his weenie. He ripped his weenie messing around.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever wondered if I had a medical emergency on another medical emergency?
Okay.
Or what would happen if you played lightning bolt hopscotch? Well, let's find out today on our mini episode of Where Are They Now?
Okay. Oh, I remember this one.
Are you having an asthma attack? Imagine running after someone trying to give them a little sedative siesta because they partook in a street pharmaceutical that put them smack dab in the middle of the upside down with Timu Vecna. Do they start 11? Just to have your
I never
lungs
watched
say, hey,
Stranger Things.
you ever been choked out before? No? Well, let me show you what that feels like. Well, I got to have that lovely experience, which might have been, and yet to be proven, a combination of a newly started TRT regimen, some creatine, and a touch of childhood asthma that I may have forgotten to mention to my doctor. But I have to say, as I felt my airways constricting under the childhood disease that I once thought I got rid of, I knew in that oxygen-deprived moment that I was gonna die doing what I loved.
What?
Just kidding, it was an absolutely horrendous experience, and after a short ride to the hospital and a fat dose of Solumedrol, I had a much greater appreciation for every wheezy asthmatic that I ran on after that. And also, the patient was completely fine, and a little bit of an injection into his gluteus maximus took him from the upside down to the chill right out. What do you mean, what, bro? There's a power line on the ground, dude. You need to go around to the other side. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna jump
I
over
want
it.
to step
People
over
have a
it.
serious underappreciation for how dangerous power lines are. And
But
the bad news,
I wanna
or
jump
good
over
news,
it.
depending on how you look at it, is if you make the stupid decision to just jump over or go anywhere near a down power line, you won't even know you messed up when you go from walking in the park to walking in the afterlife after 10,000 volts take a detour through every cell of your future coffin-dwelling body.
So I can't jump over it?
Oh, you there yet?
Electricity can travel 35 feet or more from down power lines depending on the surface it's laying on. And your water and sodium-filled meat sack is the perfect conductor for that voltage to have a little heart-stomping party in. Oh yeah, electricity doesn't just gently leave your body. It explosively exits your husk, searching for a ground, taking fingers, toes, and whatever other tissues in its way with it.
That sounds fun.
But thankfully, that gentleman made it out of there unscathed, ready to test the limits of fate and his minor brain capacity another day. Spicy encounters, kitchen chaos, and mouth-dwelling fecal vomiting are all
Ugh. How does your mouth? Ugh.
the wonderful subjects we're gonna cover in today's Where Are They Now? Hey, sir. Hello, good sir. You look a little intense. How you feeling?
I feel absolutely
Why
fantastic.
is the shirt like
If
that?
there's any advice you take from me when it comes to taking care of your physical well-being, please let it be this. Do not, at any point in time, buy shady gas station herbals like spice and put it inside of your carcass. Well, I mean, unless you enjoy massive panic attacks, seizures, and suffering through what I can only describe to be a life-changing, bowel-emptying, soul-shifting experience that you wish you could forget, but never will.
I mean, you're kind of selling me on it. You're kind of convincing me to try it.
Deleted. Spice, or K2, is marketed as a synthetic cannabis, but is really just a hodgepodge of unknown laboratory chemicals painted onto random herbs. And every single time I come across somebody who's rolled the old convenience store pharmaceutical dice, they wish they could meet up with Doc Brown to take a trip to 20 minutes ago to stop themselves from introducing that brain cell and reality melting substance directly into their human ecosystem. And unfortunately, this guy was no different. And I truly felt bad for him as I watched him attempt to run away, commanding his legs to do something they've done since he was a toddler, just to have his brain say, "No comprendo, bro, chacho," and perform a wonderful straight leg face plant. But after a little bit of oxygen and a lot of Ativan, Senor Spicy got a much needed sedative siesta and hopefully will never play chemical roulette again. Why would you grab a knife out of my hand like that? Why would you hold the blade when you're handing it to me? So this may come as a shocker to many of you, but I'm not exactly the brightest bulb in the box sometimes. And yes,
Me neither.
exactly what you're thinking. I was the one that got my digit sliced open in the video, and
Ouch. Ouch. I definitely sometimes hold the knife by the blade, but not when I'm handing it to someone. But how do you hand a blade to someone? How would you do that? Because either they have to grab the blade, or you do. So just like put it on the table and let them grab it. It's like the only way I can think of. I don't know how else you would do it if not blade grabbing.
I unfortunately have the scar to prove it.
Ouch.
Wait. Before you judge me, let me show you how it really went down. My brother and I were washing dishes, and when I finished washing a knife, I turned to him and said, "Hey bro, here's a really sharp object that could cut me, so please be careful when you're taking it out of my hand." To which he replied, "Sharp you say? Let's find out how sharp it really is." Then ripped that hand harpoon straight out of my fist like he was starting a chainsaw and laughed so hard he almost passed out. Or I
Okay, yeah, that
handed the handshake
That
to
story
my
isn't
brother
true.
like an idiot, and he unknowingly gave me exactly what I deserved.
Idiot.
Now, I'd love to sit here and tell you that I handled getting my meat hook filleted open like a champ, but the truth is, I almost blew out a vocal cord screaming at the top of my lungs, then proceeded to paint my kitchen like a Jackson Pollock painting with my meat lubricant. But good news is, it only took a couple stitches to get my hand back to new, and even better news, I got him back. But that'll have to wait for a whole...
What'd he do? Did he kill him? How did he get his brother back? Did he kill him? I've never had stitches. I should have had stitches for an injury I had, but they didn't give me stitches. So I still have a scar because of that. Because they didn't give me stitches. They should have, though.
Whole different video.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I really didn't want to call you, but I was jogging to the car to test my new knee, and all of a sudden, I couldn't catch my breath.
Deep vein thrombosis. 3 words that'll make any medical professional's turd cutter pucker up faster than you can say, how many lungs could a blood clot clot if a blood clot could clot lungs? Wait. You're not watching this because you want to learn about DVTs, are you? You want to know if my fun fact about pooping out of your mouth is true. Well,
No,
as much as you don't
I
want it to be.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
It is.
No, no, no.
People with severe bowel obstructions can literally have feces come out of their mouth. And this happens because their intestines are attempting to push waste product through their toot chute, but because exit number 2 is completely backed up, that gas and human rocky road get forced up into the stomach and out the mouth. Also, DVTs are clots that originate in the legs and kill about 100,000 people per year when they make their way into the lungs, causing unconsciousness, and if not treated quickly, an all expenses paid trip to the great beyond. Have a great day.
I won't. I won't have a great day. Fire Department Chronicles. I won't. I did not want to know that I could shit out of my mouth. I did not want to know that, but now I do, and now you do too. So now we can both suffer with that knowledge for the rest of our lives. Except I will probably forget it very quickly.